You've probably noticed that something has changed since the last episode. That change being that I can now use this red... Wait, hang on. Okay, quick cut here while I get a fourth bit of iron. This update adds compasses, which useful for exploring as they will always point towards your spawn point, which, unless I am quite fortunately mistaken, will be... That's still a pressure plate. Yeah, your spawn is still going to be in the same place because beds are still not craftable. I say your spawn. My spawn. One's spawn. Yes. Quite. So, still don't have beds. I have compasses, but unfortunately there isn't particularly much to explore yet. Because all you really have is... Items still don't go directly into range. Where did that spider come... I swear I've lit the entire... I could attack it with a bow. Probably a waste of ammunition though. Anyway, but all you really get in terms of biomes is this sort of terrain, because biomes don't exist yet. So, exploring in this update, certainly not a waste because there's cool terrain, but if you know that you'll be upgrading to versions like, say, 1.2, I'm hoping that was alpha, otherwise I've misread the Minecraft wiki, in which there are rainforests and plains and other things, then perhaps it's worth waiting a little bit and doing other things. For my part, I intend to fulfill the goals of my first episode, which is get some diamonds, because they can't be this difficult to find, surely. Actually, they could very easily be this difficult to find. Now, just because there are no interesting biomes to explore in this update, doesn't mean that exploring is totally useless. For example, here, we have some prime... Wait, no, that's sand. We have some prime stuff that isn't clay. I thought it would be. Clay exists, and it should spawn in water? Question mark. If there isn't clay, then is that clay, or is that just a cut off? No, that's more sand. It's really difficult to tell because of how the water is coloured in this update, this version. So I think... Okay, yeah, so disregard what I said. Yeah, there's no clay. Let's get more sand. There is, however, lots of sand. This is more sand than I will realistically ever have any cause to use. And all of that, I think, is just regular dirt. Swimming out to check, mind you, but I think that's just dirt. Hang on, no. That is clay. And items don't float up to the surface yet, which is going to take a lot of getting used to, actually. There's no change in mining speed. regardless of whether you're outside of the water or half submerged, which honestly is weird. I know that's going to be patched in an update not too long from this one. But until then, welcome to the clay farms. If mining stuff underwater or partially underwater doesn't make you slower until 113, I'm going to look like a moron saying that. Interestingly, the Minecraft wiki does not point out whether or not the reduced mining speed while partially underwater was a feature of the 1.13 aquatic update. It doesn't mention that it wasn't, doesn't mention that it was. It's probably some feature added in like a Secret Friday update that just isn't mentioned on the mining blocks page, so I don't actually know. If you do happen to know, please let me know. That's a lot of no's in one sentence. It no longer sounds like a word. But enough about Minecraft updates. I say, in a series that is, well, Minecraft updates. Obscure ones at that. Yeah. At the start of this episode, I may have slightly made a vow, and let's get back to that quest. Yes, noble and stuff. I'm just chuntering here. So I filmed a really great intro to this clip. Disappeared. It makes sense, or what is still around makes sense on its own, but also it's missing a few words. And it really is only a few words, so I do feel I need to introduce it. And yeah, this has gotten awkward now. I'll just get back to the clip. This episode, I was finally going to get diamonds. Right, so, as you can see here, I've made a pretty nice strip mine. It's at Y8. I can count because... well, I can count because what someone taught me how. I can count the Y level of this because that block there is Y0. If I mine it, you can see the hole in the world. Oh gosh. I shouldn't have done that. God, why did I do that? I don't need to prove that that's just above the pit. I already know that. There we go. So that is Y1, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so this is Y9. Disregard all previous comments about this being Y8. If this is not in fact the best height to mine for diamonds, please let me know. Because honestly, I can't remember what it was. Updates before 118 were such a long time ago. It's not like that was earlier this year, right? No, that was last year. Around Christmas time. Blimey, that seems like a longer time ago, never mind. Point being... longer? No, shorter. One of the two. Point being, I forgot which level. I've also just gone for a fairly standard design. Yes, I know this is an even block center. At some point, I'll make it look nice. That some point is when they add powered rails to the game. This is Alpha 1.1. There are no powered... I think there are rails, but they're not going to be useful. Now, I did digress a lot there. So I did start this strip mine, and I went a long way, basically all of this side, without finding diamonds. So I figured, oh, you know what this is going to be? This is just going to be the continuation of a plot of I can't get diamonds because I couldn't find them last episode. Heavens knows I was trying. That was going to be, like, the end of the episode. Oh, I found diamonds. Nope, didn't find any last episode. This episode was going to be a continuation, and I figured, oh, there might be a part 3 of I can't find any diamonds. But, yeah, that was pretty accurate. I think 2 days mining all of this. Both sides here. Now, if I can just turn... Yep, there we go. 3rd day, this passage. And, I'm just going to show a few clips of me getting diamonds. And a few pictures. Now I have... They're going to be, like, surrounded in lava or something, can't they? Oh, it's at least a 4 vein. It's a 4 vein. Now, the sensible thing to do here would be to wait until I had a Fortune 3 pickaxe, probably with Efficiency 5, all the rest, and it would probably be Diamond 2, because trading with villagers is immensely overpowered. Unfortunately, yeah, there are no villagers. There is no Fortune 3. So, unless I want to wait until, goodness me, is that the full release of Minecraft? Really, it's just best to mine these diamonds here and now. Which isn't to say, I'm not going to take a few precautions in case they spawn... They spawn? Well, diamonds do spawn round diagonals, in case these particular diamonds have spawned round diagonals. Because if these have, and I miss that, then I miss diamonds. Or more importantly, I'm going to quickly check that these have not spawned anywhere near lava, because that would just be painful. Especially since I can't hear it now. First diamonds of the series. 4 of them. I can make a pick. I can make it. I could just make a pick in the jukebox. I think that's what I'll do. Maybe not now. This is just cruel and unusual statistic. I'm going to have to cut that out. I laughed so hard that I buggered up my throat or something. Yeah. I now have a total of... I should have gone back here so I could show that... There we go. I now have a total of 24 diamonds. And a bunch of iron, let's consolidate that, and a bunch of coal, plus a stack in my crafting inventory, because that's something you can do in this version of Minecraft. I don't have all of the iron I will need, all of the diamonds I will need, because what? There are 4 tools, 2 of them require, no, there are 5 tools, 2 of them require 3 diamonds, that's 6, 2 of them require 2 diamonds, that's 10, and 1 requires 1 diamond, that's 11, plus 5 for a helmet, 8 for a chestplate, that's 13, 7 for trousers, that's 20, and 4... Okay, so this is a complete set of diamond armor. I need 11 more bits to have a full set of all the tools and all of the armor. But I don't know what to do. I would just go into second-person view, but all I can currently do is third-person view, which is, yeah, doesn't quite work. I could get that 11 more diamonds, but I think this is enough for now, and I don't really know what to do now. Mind you, I did get a bunch of clay, thinking it would be good for gradients. As it turns out, the texture isn't quite right for doing that, so it might be better to use that clay instead to make bricks. I could just add another building in, actually. I built a thing, so it's doesn't look too bad. I think one of the things I'm going to have to do later is start terraforming this hill, because currently I have this, which doesn't look too bad. The door's a bit long. I could probably actually make that a double door, might look better, but it just sort of leads into some grass and then what is basically a cliff. This build is in fact rather simple. It's just a composite build of two parts. The first bit, sort of, I call that a barn-style roof. It's not really. It's more sort of, don't know, can't describe roofs. But whatever sort of roof this is, it's one of them. Yes. And then I've imported from a far-off realm called Minecraft with Textures. Oh, yeah. So I have made a gradient. It doesn't look good from up close, but from about here, it really sort of makes the thing look taller, adds texture. What are the other benefits? Point being, they said it was impossible to build a texture in Alpha Minecraft. Or build a texture. Build a gradient. There we go. Words. They said it was impossible to build a gradient in Alpha Minecraft. They weren't right. I'm not saying that it's easy. I will probably be using that gradient for... I've gone inside the building. I'll talk about the inside of the building later. But that wall, which you can't see from here, this wall, I will probably be using that gradient and that tower design for the walls of this base, but I might do that at a time where I have slightly more inside the base, just so it's not all tower. All of this hill will become mine one day. Might be a while from now. Going back to the tower, and also this build, I'm quite pleased with this. Now, this is probably... No, the clay is definitely the most expensive part of this build. This would be a close second, if not for the fact that books don't actually require leather yet. It's just paper. So, those are cheap. Bricks are inordinately expensive. It is far too difficult to find clay. I spent hours and hours searching for clay. And actually, I wish I had recorded that, because that was a fairly good, just general bit of exploration. In some future episode, I should include some exploring. I haven't really done the interior yet. I feel like this should have an interior as well, something related to defense, but it's not really... You get good views from here, though. Nope, up we go, up the ladder. So, and here, you can see for ages and ages. Ages? You can't see for miles. You can see enough distance. You can see that those stairs still don't align correctly. But that will be fixed in a later update. Don't know when that is. You can also see a large sugarcane farm, hence all of the books. This post will eventually have a flagpole on it. There's only one colour of wool, so that won't occur soon, but it will occur eventually. I reckon that's all for this episode. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next episode. There will be a next episode. We seem to be on a good track of actually having episodes, which astounds me. So, until the next one, thank you for watching, as I said. I have more observations, by the way. I just keep coming up with them, because I feel like I should be doing something productive, dunno. One thing is, I did rant a lot about clay. That's more of a personal introspection. There is not that much clay. Biomes in this version of Minecraft, I don't think they exist per se. You do get watery bits and not watery bits, and some of the watery bits are sort of riverish, and they have patches of clay, but it is sort of iffy. There aren't really many other observations, except there are lots of actual small quality of life updates with keybinds and such. I think in an update soon, don't know when, F3 as a button to toggle the debug screen is added, which is nice. Shift is added soon, because in 1.1 you have to right-click on a boat to leave the boat, and you have to be looking precisely at the boat, which is problematic. It's the small things you notice. Also the fact that there's no clay. I thought diamonds were difficult, not a patch on clay. I'm going to spend the next episode looking for clay now, aren't I?